Now's about time for New Year's resolutions, and about a year ago my sister came into my room and asked me if I wanted to run the Great North Run. Now, in case you've forgotten, that is a 21.5 kilometre, 13.3 mile run from Newcastle to South Shields. It's something I've sort of grew up with, being a fully fledged northerner that I am. Lots of my family have done it. My auntie and her friend between her have done it 50 times. My cousin's done it, everyone's done it. So I thought it can't be that bad, said yes pleases and signed my name up. Then before we knew it, about 69 training sessions and cumulatively 1,500 kilometres between us, it was time to go on a cheeky little road trip up to Newcastle. Now, I've been up to Newcastle loads of times, but this time we were descending on the city with about 65,000 other runners, all of the people that were going with them, so it felt a little bit different. The whole city was sort of geared up for it and there was a quite different atmosphere. We eventually got to the hotel, checked in, got changed, but then went straight out again because it was my cousin's 21st birthday, which is not the best preparation, but you know, no drinking for us, but it was great anyway. Now, the day before the race is a big pasta party that everyone goes to see all the stalls, meet some other people, see some world champion athletes and get some free food. Unfortunately, Mo wasn't there, so I couldn't challenge him directly, but watch out Mo, I'll get you next year. Then the amazing charity we were running for, the Teenage Cancer Trust, put on a party for all of us that were running for their charity. We all met in this little restaurant in Newcastle and we had the opportunity not only to meet the other runners we would be running with the next day, but also had the opportunity to meet some of the former patients that the charity has really helped. And hearing their stories of how they came over their terrible illnesses and really fought through them just really brought home for us how amazing their work is and how important it is that they can carry on doing it. Their stories and the work of the charity was pretty inspiring, and it made me feel a little bit like, although I thought that running a half marathon was a big thing, you know, it really was nothing compared to what these people have been through. And I was thrilled that I had the opportunity to help them even in just a little way. Then that night I went back to my auntie's and ate more pasta than I ever have in my life. And then went to bed, because there's a big day ahead of us. So race day was finally here. It felt a bit weird. I was a bit apprehensive, but pretty excited, until I looked out the window. Now, I had hoped to film lots on the day. I really wanted to capture the amazing atmosphere, like some really cool bits like when we were running across the bridge and the red arrows came over the top, but none of my cameras are waterproof and this happened. Now, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit demoralised at first, but absolutely honestly, once we started seeing the thousands of people that come and line the route from everywhere, lovely people handing out everything from energy drinks to sausage rolls to just anything they'd made, although they were a bit soggy. It was just amazing. The best bit of the race for me was just near the end, that last mile, when I'd powered through, my legs were aching, I didn't know how to make a move anymore. But I got down the hill and I thought, you know what, I'm so close, I'm nearly there. At the start it was really exciting because you could just see the mass of people as you're walking up to the race line. It's fantastic. Really lifted your spirits and got you ready to go for the race. When you ran through the tunnels, people would chant and it would echo off the walls. Yeah, there was a few people going to the toilet in the middle of the street, but you know, no time to queue for Porty-loos. In that last mile, nothing would have stopped me from running, nothing would have made me walk, because I thought, you know what, I've done it, I'm so close that all this work, all the sponsorship, all the training could actually, it could all come together and I could run the whole thing. I found that my face actually hurt from smiling more than anything else, actually. Throughout the whole training, the real big thing for me has been, I want to run the whole way. I don't want to do it really fast, I don't want to beat records, I don't want to really beat a time. I'd started further back so we could run as a team and there was a lot of people in the way. Well, we had to have a toilet stop for Melissa. And I really needed a wee, so we had to stop and pull over and go to the port cabins before we got going. Yeah, we're classy people. And about 18k in, I didn't think I was going to make my target time, but I don't know how I gauged some energy from somewhere and steamed it down the seafront. Thank you to everybody that made this possible and made me keep going, made me power through and run the whole thing. All the people supporting you, even people that you didn't know, cheering you on, really just made you smile and forget about the pain in your legs. Getting so much support from such lovely people who you'd never met before, them chanting your name, clapping you along, offering you free food. It was an emotional day and it was a fantastic day too. It was just amazing, it really was. And then it was all over, and even though everything in my body hurt, it was quite sad. We went back to the charity tent with the lovely organisers and they gave us some very lovely food. They gave us some cool things and I got one of these sexy babies. There was this lovely man giving leg massages. Thank you to that man. It was like, oh. They were amazing. Then a few weeks passed and we got a lovely letter from the charity. And I'm so happy to tell you we raised £2,534.50p. That is an amazing amount, and we really couldn't have done it without a few people who I just want to mention real quickly. My mother, Sue Hodds, Norma, everyone who came to the pudding club, to Sarah, Marie and her daughter, all my aunties and uncles who put us up in South Shields, and finally everyone who sponsored us whose names are magically here. If you want to do anything like this for your New Year's resolution, I've left loads of information below. Thanks for watching. Bye!